Chicken and Biscuits Casserole. Let me take your taste buds on this epic adventure into a chicken and biscuit casserole you have ever tasted. And when we are done, I want to challenge you to make your perfect version of chicken and biscuits. Do you think you're up to the challenge? Leave a comment below if you are. Alright guys, hope you enjoy. Alrighty, let's get started here. Alright, first we're going to be using some chicken breasts today. As you see, these vacuum seal bags, I'm going to leave a link for that in the description below, along with the video on the Food Saver vacuum sealer bags. Really great thing, like I said, and this was on 5/6/2024, and the chicken breasts look like they were bought yesterday. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get this bag open. And what we're going to do is and take them out. First thing I like to do is I like to check to see if there's any fat or any gristle parts. Like this is the little gristle part here. I'm just going to take my knife, run right down the side, and just cut that right off. You don't want that in your food. That's tough, gritty, and no one's going to like it. Alright. I think today we're going to be using two. We'll go with 3 chicken breasts today. Again, I get that little bit of fat and gristle part off there. That's all yucky. You don't want that. And take your knife, slide it to the side. And just like that. And you take out, as like I said, that's a little membrane there. You don't want, I mean, look, you can't even pull it apart. Look at that. You can't even pull it apart. You don't want that in your food. 1, 2. I think 3 breasts are going to be enough for this. Right. Again, take your knife to the side and just run it right down that corner. And you take out that piece right there. Just take it right out. There you go. All done. Alright. Put this last one to the side. We'll make something else with that one later. What you want to do is you want to cube these. So, start out with about 1 inch. And then we're going to cube it. Like that. Do the same thing to this one and the same thing to the other one. And when we come back, we'll get the second part started. Okay, now that we have our chicken all cubed up, we're going to go ahead and get these cooked. First thing we're going to do is we're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. This here is a little bit of avocado oil. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in there. 2. Now let me ask you a question, guys. What seasonings do you like to put on your chicken when you're making casseroles or any kind of chicken dishes? Leave a comment below what kind of seasonings you like to put on your chicken. I'm going to have this about medium-low. It's on the front burner, so the front burners are a little bit higher. Then we're going to turn down just a little bit. You don't want anything to scorch or burn. Almost melted through. Go ahead and add our chicken cubes. Let these get all happy for a minute. What I like, because I am making a casserole dish, I am going to go with a little bit of basil. Maybe 1 teaspoon of basil. Give it a nice earthy taste to it. And whenever you're cooking chicken, you always have to have rosemary. So, I'm going to do the same thing. 1 teaspoon of rosemary. A little bit of oregano. I'm going with about a half a teaspoon of oregano. And as always, we've got to keep the vampires away. I got here some minced garlic. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of that. Pennsylvania has the highest number of vampires, by the way. That's why I use so much garlic in my food. Keeps them away. Alright, got a little bit of salt here. And you salt and pepper to taste. You can always add more later on if you don't think it's enough. But you can never take away. Always add, but never take away. Alright, get that in there and get that mixed through nicely. Okay, now the chicken is done here. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and make a crunchy gravy. And for that, we're going to need another 2 more tablespoons of butter. And a little bit of the oil. Only need 1 tablespoon of oil in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. What you want to do is you want to make sure you cook the flour. Get rid of all that starchy taste in it. But the reason why we're doing this is also too, we want to get rid of all those yum-yums that are on the bottom there and get them all incorporated in here. Now, the little bit of juice that was behind from the cooked chicken, I've already put to the side. We're going to add that to this. And that's why we're using a pot today and not a pan, because it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys to use a cast iron pan. I know it's hard for me to use one. It's looking pretty good. First thing is that, like I said, there's that gravy from our chicken that we cooked earlier. Drop that in there. Now I have here just some chicken broth. All right, we'll go with 2 cups. All right, well, whatever's left in here, how's that? And you're just going to put 2 cups of water in there. I don't want a real thick one, real thick gravy, and I don't want a real thin gravy. I want about medium. Go ahead, give this a good mixing through. And you're using your paddle here. You want to scrape all the sides. You guys can see I want to scrape all those sides, all those little goodies on there. All those little goodies equal flavor. Leave a comment below, guys, if you've ever made a homemade roux or a homemade gravy. Let me know what your favorite gravy is. We need a whisk. You want to whisk it in real good. Make sure you break up any of those clumps of flour. Now you need this to come up to a boil, or at least a simmer, for it to start thickening up. But at this point here, you're going to go ahead and preset your oven for 375 degrees. And get that started. And I'll tell you, if you guys could get smell-o-vision, the flavor of that rosemary and that basil, oh my God, it smells so good. All right, we'll let this come up to a simmer. And when this gets thick enough, we can go ahead and start the next part. All right, guys, our gravy is done. And I'm going to show you what I mean by medium thin. It looks really thin, but we're going to take the spoon test here. Stick the spoon in there. And look how it coats the spoon. That means that it's got enough viscosity in there that it's going to stick together really nice. And as this cooks through with the chicken and everything, it's going to get much thicker. But while we got it on the spoon, why not have a taste test? Make sure we get all the seasoning in there and all the salt and all the pepper we need. That is very good. Very, very good. I don't think we need any more salt or pepper. And the rest of the seasonings are just perfect the way they are. So we can go ahead now, and we're going to start the next part of this video. Okay, so now that our chicken is cooked, our gravy is done, I have here some vegetables. All I'm using today is some broccoli. I had a medley mix, but it didn't have any carrots in it. So I just went ahead and went with the broccoli. But we're going to go ahead and put this right inside of our casserole dish, just like that. Mix it around just a little bit. Try to even it out the best you can. Take that gravy that you made, and you're just going to pour that gravy right over top of everything. Just like that. We're not done yet. I got some Pillsbury Grands buttermilk biscuits. Find the end here. Just like that. Probably not that violent. You really don't have to. But anyway, this is why you want to set your oven to 375. Because, why? The package says these need to cook at 375 degrees. So, I lay these out just like that. And I'm telling you guys, this is going to be perfection. Now I bought 3 just in case, but I think 2 will be enough. Always make sure you get a backup. It says in a 375 degree oven. I already have my oven preset for 375 degrees. I have a drip pan underneath it just in case this bubbles up a little bit and it drips out. Save your stove a lot of mess. If you don't do that, that's your fault. We'll get these in the oven. When we come back, we'll show you the finished product. There you have it, guys. It's out of the oven. Chicken and biscuits casserole. Look at the golden brown on those biscuits and that delicious gravy underneath. Just waiting to be slurped up. And those vegetables and that chicken. It just came out fantastic. If you liked the video so far, be sure to check me out on my other videos. I'll leave a link for them in the description below, as well as a link to my Amazon where you can pick up casserole dishes, spoons, spatulas, whatever you need. I'll have all that on my Amazon page. But we're going to go ahead and plate this up and get a quick taste test. I don't even know where to start. I like this one right here. A little bit of veggies. Get some of that chicken. That looks really good. I'm going to get a spoon here. I'm going to get some of that delicious gravy. Put it right over top of everything. Oh, those biscuits are perfect. Get a little bit of vegetables. Get some of that chicken. Get one of these biscuits. There we go, guys. Cheers. That is really, really good. You gotta try this recipe, guys. You'll really love it. It's a lot of fun. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share us with your friends. But until next time, God bless and happy eats.